Got to do it. What's love? Oh, what's love? Got to do it.
A month later, guys, we are back. The holidays done passed. We're close to. Got Christmas coming up. Um, had a good Thanksgiving around great people, So our Thanksgiving went well. I can say my Thanksgiving went well. I was around good people, and that's all that matters. Had some good food that was good. Didn't overeat too. Definitely didn't overeat. Didn't eat like how I used to. Stomach be tight. Now I did go to sleep. I did go to sleep, but stomach ain't tight, and I'm just in pain because I ate too much. Not that. So Christmas is upon us.
Yes. Yes.
Been very busy.
Yes.
Um, I know for me, new clients, new opportunity, new patterns, a little brokenness in that, just to make the cake even more better. Um, what about you, sir?
First and foremost, I want to thank God for giving us the opportunity, giving us the wherewithal, the knowledge, the determination, the strength, the dedication to doing this.
Yeah.
I wanna give God the ultimate praise because the amount of people that have reached out to us in passing on social media, on Twitch, TikTok,
Yeah.
all the platform list of platform goes on, but all of the people that have reached out to us saying how the Seed podcast has helped them.
Yeah.
Like I remember a point in time where we would be riding around quoting Eric Thomas to other people,
Mm-hmm.
and now people are quoting us to us.
Yeah.
They're quoting us to other people.
Like what your mom said.
Yeah, like so we went from this being an idea to now our words on T-shirts.
Yeah. And somebody off Instagram put it was one of the sayings that you said in the video, and he wrote in the message was like, "That is very helpful." I added that to my morning regimen of what I
Right,
say,
right.
and I was like, "That's powerful.
That is
That is very
that is
powerful."
that is very powerful. So we can't we can't say that this is from our own hands.
Yeah.
This is God given.
Yeah.
God placed it on our heart, and we just acted on it. We didn't let the water become still waters, because God said, "I guide you behind beside still waters."
Yeah.
Because all the foul can be born in still waters.
Non-active water.
Non-active water. It's the foul stuff is sitting in the non-active water. Your
Non-active water
mosquitoes,
create a film.
your gnats, your non-active water.
Mm. Coming to devour you.
As long as you sit beside it without the covering. So this has been such a magical journey. Going like I said, going from a space where we quoting Eric Thomas, we quoting Les Brown, we quoting Kevin Hart, we quoting The Rock, we quoting Ice Cube, we quoting all these people that we respect,
Yeah. Yeah.
Terrence Howard. We respect these people, and we're quoting their information to other people. And now people are coming back and they're like, "Yo, like what you said, I'm putting this as a part of my regimen in the morning."
Yeah.
Like that's what's a part of your regimen in the morning? Brushing your teeth. Whoa, you made me a part of that.
You made part of that.
I got into your life like that. I'm a part of. So what I've said on the podcast is now a part of something you do every day, like brushing your teeth and putting your clothes on.
Because they understood the value in it. It was the value that was taken, and for them, it was a blessing.
Yeah,
To him, that was a blessing. But just stepping out there doing it and knowing like one person is, even if it's just one person
right.
that hear it,
Right.
That is enough.
Right.
But because someone lended an ear to a stranger that they didn't know, that appeared on their phone, on a social media or on YouTube, and you stayed there and you listened,
Yeah.
that was purpose.
Yeah.
So just to have the idea and to just make the move and saying, let's do the podcast, everything else, everything has happened.
That's a fact.
We're just experiencing that.
That's a fact.
So just to do it and having that moment, like even between that month, we was coming back, but it's still like, if you dedicated to it, you'll stick to it.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Life gonna still life. And life been catwalking. But at the end of the day, if we in war and we started off with 300, but we down to 50, are you gonna give up the battle?
Nah. Fight to the last man.
Are you just gonna be like, well, shoot, we should just give up? No, like I came here for victory.
Mm-hmm.
I made a promise. I said I'm coming back because my woman is cooking. My children want to see me. We both want to sit around and be
Yeah.
married and have full bellies.
Yeah.
So today is not an option of dying.
Nah.
You may die because this is where you see you at. But I see victory. So just walking like that and just stepping like that and not like listening to people and not letting life take away, your promises.
Yeah.
That is a benefit. Like it's not gonna be easy. I don't even know what easy is. But like how we was talking about fear, we didn't let fear stop us. Like we was going every week. Every week. We dropping it. Some came.
Yeah. Yeah.
And guess what? The great thing of, I forgot. The things that I don't want to, the things I try to run from is now in front of me. My lazy, is it because I'm lazy? I can say I forgot it. I can say, man, today just got packed.
Yep.
I can make every excuse, but like I say, I haven't seen a person with excuses make it to heaven. I ain't seen no one with excuses have good counsel around them. And
Yeah.
if it was excuses and they called them people counsel, well then you was in the den of wolves.
Excuses is gonna supersede counsel anyway, because counsel is gonna give you ways to not make excuses. And if you still find a way to make an excuse, well, you superseded counsel anyway.
Yeah.
So
You overthrew it.
you just ain't got it. Ain't no need to have counsel around anyway, because you done superseded it. You done overrode or override everything that counsel has provided. You created an excuse for it. So if you create that excuse, now counsel knows you're afraid.
You fighting for that fear.
You're afraid because these excuses keep you safe. They keep you comfortable.
Yeah.
So you can say, all right, well, I'll accept the consequences. Cool. You're willing to accept the consequences of not doing over accepting the riches, the greatness, the success, the multitude of blessings from doing. Like what? That's a conscious decision that's being made in that process. You're saying because a person slaps you and you don't do anything to remove yourself from a situation from where the person is slapping you, that by default means you enjoy being slapped.
Yes.
So if you continue to make excuses in the midst of counsel providing you a way out, bro, if we was enslavement or enslaved, and you came back to the plantations like, bruh, I found a way out. And I started hitting you with but master. I love where I'm at.
Or that's all that you know, and you don't, and the unknown scares you. But you talk about the unknown all the time.
Even still, I'm enjoying where I'm at.
You are.
Because you provided me something different. You provided me another alternative. You provided me another option. We could break out of here and get killed.
Yeah.
But I was gonna die while I was staying here anyway.
So freedom is not what you was truly seeking. That go back to that conversation that we was having. True freedom is not what you truly seek. People say, I want freedom. Freedom is not what you seek. You seek fear.
Yeah.
Industry.
Yeah.
And chaos. The reason how you know that, look at the movies that we watch.
Mhm.
Look at the top shows that's being broadcast.
Mhm.
Now look what those images do to just psychologically, just to a person and how they communicate with people in this world.
Mhm.
Like you say, the brain don't know what it's watching that it's not real.
Yeah, they don't know it's not happening. It doesn't know it's not happening to you.
So now, what is the hot selling thing now? Fear.
Mhm.
Not freedom, fear.
Mhm.
You want something to entrap because that's all you knew.
Yeah.
How do I know freedom if I never experienced freedom?
Mm.
Everybody said, well, I'm experiencing freedom. Well, freedom is not in a dollar bill. Freedom is not in the car that you see everyone with.
Right.
Freedom is not when you get to pick what time you work. Freedom is something I feel like that's non-tangible. Freedom is me not being in work with my oppressor. You know? But if I'm still working with my oppressor, it must be because it's fear there. If I'm free, then why do I still have to do work with you? Why do we still got to
Yeah.
use your currency?
Right.
Why do we still have to negotiate? Why do I still feel like you being nice, nasty, and if I don't do it, why is it celebrated that, oh, you that one black man on this whole team of white people? And they be like, we finally made it. No, that's your boy with the violin. They seen him playing in the outhouse, heard him, and they put him in the big house.
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing to clap about. But fear keeps you working with your enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Fear keeps you begging, hey, enemy, help me out.
Mm-hmm.
How can the enemy help me where I'm at? They're only going to give me their freedom, what they consider freedom.
Yep.
And they're going to enlist it. So if you feel free in the car, that's not freedom. Because guess what? That same automobile, you won't even lend it to no one that truly may need it. So that same thing that you worshiping is coming from the same thing that brought you oppression.
Mm.
So the same thing that you telling your brother, no, I can't let you use my car. I can't let you do. I can't get. Don't the same sound like the master talking about you can't come in the house? Don't that sound like master? You gotta. Well, you know, I'm gonna get me a value meal, but you can get you a small fry. Dang, don't you sound like master that eat the good meal and he give the people chilling?
The scraps.
Come on, all I'm saying, we are just repeating in fear of what been done to us. So how can you experience freedom if we're still repeating the patterns that the oppressor is still throwing on us?
Because it's the reason freedom gets misconstrued is people they say they want freedom, but truthfully they just don't want this. Whatever this is that has been holding them back or preventing them or oppressing them, preventing them from moving forward, they don't want that. They know for a fact they don't want that.
They identify that.
But being away from that is freedom. Well, that's why they stay repeating that cycle, because to them, just being free of this is freedom.
But you being dumb in that free. Dang.
Because it's more that you have to break free from.
It's a program within a program.
This is just one level of the game. It's just one level. Once you beat that level, you don't beat the game.
Call it Mario, the first stage.
Yeah.
The first one.
You ran through that thing, you got that, you jumped, grabbed the flag, slid down the pole. Like, but you didn't stop there and like, yeah, look, Mom, I beat the game. Nah, why? Because immediately, what your boy Michael Todd said, suddenly, after that, phase 2 kicked in.
Fear is, like I say, that's the thing selling like hotcakes.
It is.
It's selling, and people be like, no, I ain't selling hotcakes. We are passing fear around. We ain't past that, like I say, more than joy. We be like, oh, so you try to do your business? Shoot, me too. Mm-hmm. Man, don't do it this way. Or shoot, your mama pissed you off too? Man, our mama be tripping. First of all, I don't even know your mama.
Yeah.
And why, if we're talking like this, that we're talking in the fear and we whispering like we whispering from master. Yeah. And this fear keep you from trying to mend that relationship with your mom. So that's why we go so long. Yeah. Without it, because we feel like, well, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. Mm-hmm. But then the slaves feel like master should set us free.
Yeah, we did enough work.
Bruh,
I ain't gave you enough kids.
he ain't gonna set you free. Why?
Give me more. I need more of that.
That's all they're gonna require more.
Just give me more of that. Give me more of what you're currently doing.
And I would tell you this, just like how you can go to a job, you perform and they don't pay you well, they will keep you at that peak where you should perform. That's no different when they went out to pick cotton. They found out that person that could pick a lot of cotton. Now everybody, this is the new goal. But now we look at it like, yeah, I'm better than you. So you could imagine how some of the people on the field probably was out there talking, I'm better than you. I pick more
I
cotton.
pick faster.
We going to the same place.
Yep.
And for some reason, this individual that called himself a master understands psychologically I can manipulate you.
Mm-hmm. That's
that-
because, and that's because the word master was used in their version of the Bible.
Yes. So that psychologically, why
Mhm.
God said, I got to give you a brand new mind. Understand? Give you a brand new mind, you understand. And you understand, like, oh, shoot, I've been walking foolishly.
Yep.
I've been looking for my enemy to redeem me. I've been looking at this human and getting so mad that I done lost time being with this human and not understanding that, oh, this is something deeper than skin.
Yeah.
This is some trauma that's being passed down in me and that I keep on seeing that probably my grandma saw, my granddaddy saw, but it's just changing forms. It's keeping up with the time. You can't go to places and it look like time has not changed.
Yeah.
Like I have walked in buildings and like time froze.
Yeah. Like
with the people too.
when you go in, and there's no disrespect to Baptist churches, but if you go into a Baptist church, they look like 1950.
Yeah, depending. Yeah,
They look like 1940.
It's like time stop.
Yeah.
The only reason why you think you better than someone because it's a place where you're at, you don't want to undisclose, and when somebody start tap dancing on it, your reaction show me that you in fear there. It don't show that I did you wrong. It just show where you at.
Facts.
Everybody got a GPS, and they damn sure got an indicator on where they at.
Facts.
And if you feel like if I ask you a question based off your response, that's where you at. I just got to understand that I don't need to run 10,000 miles or 100 miles to meet you in the woods.
You got to look fear in the face. Like you have to look fear in the face and say that you're not going to be thrown off your track. You have to. If you don't, you'll end up lost like we was on that trail.
Yeah.
You have to look fear in the face. Fear cannot be the controlling voice in your life. It cannot be the controlling voice.
Or you can't teach from it.
You definitely should not teach from it.
Yeah.
You should not teach from fear.
And sometimes we do, like even like being a parent, just
I was
being
about
a
to
friend.
say, even our parents teach from fear. Don't stay out past
it's like
when the street lights come on.
Yeah. Or like stealing. You know, as a kid, I didn't know. I just took it. I was like, shoot, that's a nice car.
Yeah.
Why you got it on display? I don't know what these numbers mean. Shoot, if I see it there, it must be free to go. Because that's how they do candy sometimes at the doctor's office. So that's how I was seeing it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shoot, let me tell you that. I'm playing with it. If I'm playing with it in front of you, I don't. But then you come in fear.
Yeah.
You can go to jail. You got to do what? I'm gonna beat you. Steal again? What is stealing?
Yeah.
So now
I don't even have no concept of the word.
So now you're hitting me off things off because of fear. Maybe something happened to you. Maybe you stole something. Maybe somebody you know.
Yeah.
Close to you to stole something and they went to jail. They probably wasn't my age, but you seen what happened in that stage of stealing and it created a fear. Something probably was taken from you. So now I'm the closest thing to you and you say, oh, I take you back to that time and you saying, well, shoot, I can beat you. Don't steal.
Yeah.
You on punishment. You know what? Now you can't come with me. And now I'm sitting here like, dang, I'm too scared to ask what stealing is.
Yeah.
So now fear is building in my system. And now when I get older, just through life, I'm saying, hey, don't touch that. You know what? We can go to jail for that. Where did I get that language from? That's just straight from my mom and daddy. Instead of just saying, you know what, you shouldn't steal. I said, you know what? When you take this, they call it stealing. You see this price right here, $5.99. This little car costs $5.99. Now you got $5.
Mm-hmm.
Joe with it. No, I don't got no $5. Now, if you want it, you can ask me. I want it. Can I have it? Yes. Now I'm gonna give you this $10 to give to the man.
Mm-hmm. Now that's the teacher.
Now we walking out the experience. Now when we go inside the store, now they like, hey, these cereal, my favorite cereal costs $10. You got $10, Dad?
Yeah.
Instead of
moving in fear.
or
moving from
instead of
fear.
like they walking and they like, well, what you want? I told you to get what you want. What? Siri tripping.
Siri,
Siri tripping.
Siri running.
Siri tripping.
Siri trying to jump in the conversation.
But for me, when she said, well, pick you some candy, I didn't know how to pick. I would pick the less too. Well, this ain't expensive. Or
Yeah.
so I wouldn't even pick the best. And she didn't know that. Like you say, don't stay out late. Somebody gonna take you.
Yeah.
You know them people be out. You know them people be out in the daytime too. But so this is where you have to be open as just a person and say, man, I could have been teaching in fear, even to my children,
Mhm.
friends, and the way we communicate with each other.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's probably the only way we know. If someone say, I just lost my job, either you have that friend that say, you know what, you'll get a better job, or they'll be like, so what you did?
I couldn't have just left.
Why does it automatically makes that if I don't have a job, that you could like if I'm not, if I'm not on the field picking cotton, why are you saying I'm not doing nothing? Me looking for freedom is not doing nothing. Who told you looking for freedom was not doing nothing? Oh, that person.
Mm-hmm.
They told you what to do. Pick cotton. So you feel like you can oppress me. So we just copy the oppressor. So that's why a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm feeling oppressed. I feel like you lead with fear. Yes. You learned from the best.
And what's so phenomenal for me when it comes to listening to the minds of people that express things about cotton, master having the slaves pick cotton. The people in the South were picking cotton before there was a slave master.
Because you had to make shirts. It was still make stuff anyway.
Damn the shirts. Cotton was here
Before
the colonizers got
it. So somebody was picking it. They just did a mass production of it.
It was already here. Cotton has been here.
It's not like they invented cotton.
Right. They came up with barrels of cotton seeds and planted it. Was like, all right, so for the next 400 years, you're going to be planting and harvesting my cotton.
Now, those people was not known for that.
No.
It has already had to be here. Now we finna bully you on it.
All you did was came and captured the land, confiscated the land, because when you as colonizers came over, that's what you were doing. Bringing France over here, bringing Britain over here, bringing Italy over here, bringing Spain over here. That's what you were doing. You were bringing your culture, your lifestyle, your way of being,
your doctrine.
You brought that to another location. Just like when we go to somebody else's house, the Seed Podcast don't stop right here. After our episode, when we cut the cameras off, we go to somebody else's house. We still talking seed.
Some people cut off when the camera cut off.
Some people do cut off, but those that don't, now we influence them.
Yeah.
We can go to somebody else's house, still talk seed talk, and they gravitate towards it. They feel like, oh man, I don't know what just. I feel like I got abducted by aliens. Like they just feel drawn to it. That's the same concept. They came over here with their practices and their seed talk, and was like, all right, let me see who gonna go for it. For everybody else that don't go for it, I'm gonna force them to.
Yeah.
So, because there are some people that went willingly.
Oh yeah.
Because something was provided that they didn't have.
That show you that now.
Yeah.
Like you say, some people's like, man, I don't want to get off this leg, but go where? Who gonna feed me? How we gonna eat? At least, but that at least shit kills me. At least we get some food here.
Right.
At least, I know Master smiled at me sometimes. So they was able to knock down just your just your mental and
Mhm.
your psyche. They would just knock it down, just knock it down, knock it down.
Yeah.
And indirectly they taught you how to knock some down, knock some down. But they also they don't we don't see how that is powerful. So people be like, man, how do y'all get listening in Germany and Australia and you over there and people coming and you getting hits back and people loving what you do? How you do that? You sound like Plankton asking SpongeBob about that damn secret sauce game. You can't buy it. You can't. This what we got. It can't be bought in a package, and of course, it can't be taught. The only way it comes is that you gotta go to the creator and seek the creator.
That's what's being taught.
Now, if you do that, you're gonna unlock your hidden treasure.
Right.
Go in the hidden temple, you'll find your treasure.
Right.
But you want to walk around with my talents and get mad because you don't get the results that I get. You're trying to literally replicate me. And you're trying to say nobody don't buy my Nikes, even though it looks just like yours. I have something, it may be tenacity. Some people call it wit. Some people say, boy, you got conviction. I think it's conviction. You speak with conviction.
Mm-hmm.
People who speak with conviction can move mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't need a camera.
You said something and what you showed me about what you're writing.
Yeah.
About people trying to influence you to believe in their God. And a person that surface would take that as, oh well, you know, that's a Buddhist trying to get a Christian to believe in Buddhism.
Yeah.
A Muslim to believe in Catholicism. Like, no, like that, how I took it was, you're trying to get me, a broken person, a fearful person, to believe in you, believe in
what you believe in.
What you believe in.
Believe in your golden cow.
What you value, what you view as freedom.
Yeah.
That's what you want me to believe in. The more I believe in what you believe is freedom, I'll never be free.
No.
I'll never be free. Because I'm only living based upon what the limitation of your plantation allows.
Damn, that's cold. Nah, that's what, like you say, that's not freedom. That's fear.
That's still fear. Because I'm afraid of still stepping out. And hell, if I gotta create my own plantation and be the only fucking slave on that plantation, I'll do it. But guess what? It's off my energy. It's off my plan.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's off what I want to do. Not what you want to do, not what you influenced me to do. What you said, whatever song you played that was supposed to get my mind thinking about what you want. Nah, I'm doing this for me.
Yeah, see, that's why I said you understood what I meant by you trying to get me to believe in your gods. And most people be like, I believe in the same God. First of all, let's not assume that. And second of all, let's say that we could be doing things that we're not aware of. Like how I said, I was stealing and didn't know. But it could have been taught a better way. It could have came across another way.
Right.
So that means that we could maybe be doing things that worshiping things that we don't know.
Yeah.
Unaware of it. Us being unaware of it. So it could be the money god. It could be the internet. Like I tell someone, if you can't take 10 minutes out of all of this day to just have a moment with you.
Yeah.
Even when the creator said, hey man, just take some time out to talk to me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought life was so fast, so busy that man asking for a lot. But I said, oh, he didn't really put a time on it.
He didn't.
He didn't put no time on it. He just said, hey, spend some time with me. Just talk with me. We'll make time for everything else. We'll sit there watch a Netflix show.
Yep.
We'll go watch this video. Like how Nicki Minaj Pink Friday 2 just jumped out there. Like we'll make sure to go get that. Shout out to Nicki. Hey, do your thing, girl. Yeah. I told him back there on Beam Me Up Scotty that you was it when you was, even before then, when you was with Fendi on the porch.
Yeah.
Like Nicki, shout out to Nicki. But just like how they make time for Nicki, understand Nicki make time for herself.
Facts.
I don't know Nicki, but I'm definitely pretty sure that she demands out of how busy she is, what she's creating in her team, she finds time for herself.
Right.
So even if you say, oh, I desire to be there, first you got to encapsulate, let me make time for myself. But then if you go, I can't make time for myself because I got to make money, well then who is your God?
Right.
It's like me saying, well, shoot, mama, I love you, but I can't come see you in the hospital. I can't come when you need me. Like I'm always deserting you because of money. Well, then who is my mama? Money.
Yep.
Who do I cry harder when something happened to my mom or something happened to the money? Like if I lose, do I lose myself more in that, or someone can tell me like, yeah, man, somebody just died. Oh man, that's cool, but man, trying to get this check, bruh. This God is keeping you away from even feeling life. Like you're not even human no more. You a whole robot. Like life don't touch you to the point like the loss of life, seeing a friend not in there right, but money makes you feel good. You go run and do a shopping spree just to run away from yourself. You go spend thousands of dollars and you still can't spend that depression away. And you sitting here and then what you do, you surround yourself around people that is in the same environment as you, but you don't go to outside of this environment that is peace, that is something else. So now your God is money in multiple things.
Yeah.
While you using that God, you buying other gods.
Yep. Ooh. Ooh.
So now we sitting here and now we wonder why we're lost. Why am I in fear? Why am I scared to do anything? Why do it feel like I'm worshiping artists, movie actresses, like I got shrines of them on the wall? Like when Word Up magazine was out, bro, everybody shouted to Bow Wow. Everybody had Bow Wow, B2K, NSYNC. They had Blackstreet, Jagged Edge.
Yeah.
They had girls, especially Bow Wow. They had Lil Romeo plaster across the wall.
Yep.
And but we don't even plaster ourselves across the wall like that. You don't even put yourself up. Like you be like, I don't want to put that up. Maybe it ain't cute enough. Maybe I don't. You don't even put yourself up a wallpaper of yourself. And at least a knowledge, like you know what, you're great. I like how you was in 2008 right there. You're great. I like how you was in 2020. Like, but you have different versions of Wayne, different versions of Bow Wow. But, oh yeah, this Bow Wow when he made this. This is when Bow Wow had a little Nick. You know all about this man, but you don't know about you. Do that not seem crazy?
It does. And you said something. You said you take that money that you get from that you value and in that God and use it to buy another God. That right there is
Let's break that down then.
that is powerful. Use it to buy another God. Still something you value more than yourself.
More than yourself.
You're gonna use it and buy another God because that thing is gonna make the God that's hiding in the back feel better, look better. But all that God needs is time.
Mm-hmm.
You give that God that you got hiding in the back, sitting in the corner. If you just give that God time, just give that God some time.
That walks with you.
Just give that God some time. You will see that there is no need for you to go purchase another God.
Mm-mm.
You got a free God right here.
Free.
A free God.
That walks with you. Money don't walk with you. That it goes away.
You got a free God that's walking, that's sitting there and guiding you. But fear keeps you buying every 3-day program that pops up on YouTube.
Guess you buying it.
Every person that say, why aren't you selling real estate? Why aren't you doing real estate? You jump into that course. Or you wonder why small businesses fail in the first 60 days? Because, and buy my course right now, and I'll help you go from 0 to 10,000. Like
fear make you feel left out.
It does.
The way you breaking that bitch down, fear makes you feel left out. But with source, you don't feel left out.
You don't.
Yeah.
Because you're connected to all possibilities. You're connected to all opportunities. You connected to all outcomes. You connected to all resources. Mm-hmm. So you can't feel left out of everything if you're connected to everything. That don't make sense. And the only way you can be connected to everything is if you give time to the source.
I would say people talk that talk, but like your boy said, you ain't really that person that you say you is.
Mm-hmm.
Like it sounds good to talk this good stuff of connecting.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let this da 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 da. But when you actually got to show up, show up to actually do it, you never show up. You never show up, which means that you never show up for
For you.
yourself,
Yep.
ultimately. But
Yep.
we'll be like, hey, you didn't show up for me. Like I say, man, I know people did you wrong, but why you ain't get on you like that when you knew you made a commitment, you got the vision,
Mm-hmm.
and you got the idea that was so groundbreaking that it was bigger than you.
Yeah.
It was so big that you didn't know where to go. That's why the creator said, "Seek me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna help you with that because I gave you that idea."
Mm-hmm.
And you let fear keep you from, well, you know, I don't got nobody to help me. That's not God told. But then we'll say, boy, we gonna take over 2024. How when you cannot even take the things which is called ideas? Like I tell people, ideas ain't nothing but faith because they said faith is substance.
Yeah, the substance of things hoped for.
So that means that the faith is the idea that you get when
Mhm.
you, and if people notice when you get these ideas, look at the energy that you're in. Maybe your walls are down, and now you get this, or you're talking in communication with someone,
Mhm.
and now you get this idea of, oh, I can come up with my own hairline, and I can da 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 da. Now it'd be wise of you to stick around this counselor, or be like, hey, can we? And it'd be wise for you to see it through, not wait for tomorrow. Who says you're gonna be alive tomorrow?
Right.
With the idea that you get now, treat it like the radio station. You heard 90.5 was playing Jay-Z album.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't go to 90.5 looking to wait. You went there to, I know I'm gonna hear it. And if you didn't hear, you upset. Sitting on this chair, I expect it to hold my weight not tomorrow,
Right.
but today. But use that same faith that you sit down in this chair in.
Yep.
Use that same faith to go do this vision that you have. You don't know the man that made this.
Don't.
We sit down in all these chairs.
Yep.
But I tell you this, I have seen someone fall. When they
Yep.
sat in it at the cafeteria, was in school, they fell, everybody laughed. Let me tell you, old girl stood up, or she went around shaking the chair, shaking it, because she experienced something. But at first, she wasn't finna sit down. She said, I don't trust the school chairs. I don't trust. But she had a whole look about all. And then guess what? Some other people, her friends, because of the splat rate, was shaking their shit.
Mm-hmm.
Some people were saying, well, you big, that's why you broke it. That ain't true.
Now
The
that
screw was loose. Like when they found out, somebody loosened the screws.
I'm gonna tell you how that I love that analogy. Every time I hear somebody use it, I love it. One, I feel like it's almost impossible to use that analogy wrong.
What's that?
The chair, the faith that you have in the chair, like you should apply that same faith in God.
Yeah.
It's
And this was made by
because
man.
the chair. So unless and I'm just spitballing. Unless, or I say this, in my opinion, the only time a person is really checking every chair is if they got OCD.
Yeah, people with OCD who got,
That's my opinion.
and they
Because-
checking everything.
right. So okay, I can get that. That's why they check the chair every time because that's their condition. But even that person that sits in the chair and that chair collapses, after a while they'll stop checking the chair and start believing again. Even though the chair done failed them. But they remove the fear. They've experienced a moment where the chair failed them.
Mm-hmm.
So that also means they trusted in the chair and they failed them. And then they'll go back, maybe check the chair for the next few times they go to sit down. But after a while, they'll get comfortable and
Yeah.
stop checking the chair. So even after the chair fails them,
Yeah.
we're not talking about God who haven't failed you.
Yeah. You got a lot of faith in man-made. That's what I'm getting to. You got a
God-
lot of faith in
God
man-made.
ain't never failed you. But you will go to the chair. The chair has failed you. You have failed you. You'll check the chair because that's you. That's your reaction to it now. Reaction to
Yeah.
what you've experienced. So now you're reacting. This is a new thing that has popped into your mind. It's like, all right, well, let me check the chair.
So you may go to another restaurant that's completely different and be like, I know they chilling like
And
this.
what you gonna do? Sit down, and then eventually that chair gonna fail you.
But whatever excuse that you use.
But you gonna
Yeah, that's
keep,
crazy.
Keep building them up. Keep building them up to make yourself get comfortable.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fear that I feel between uncertainty and uncomfortable is the fear of the unknown and the fear of being uncomfortable. I feel like they're hand in hand.
Yeah.
But that's the biggest piece where I say fear is, if we had to, I don't know, create a pie chart of fear, put the
Mm-hmm.
word fear in the middle of the pie chart and start sectioning it off to saying what percentage of whatever is
Yeah.
attributed to fear.
To fear.
I would say at least 60-70% of it is the fear of unknown, the uncertainty, and being uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah, definitely uncomfortable and unknown.
Right. So I
Yeah.
would say if we
Yeah.
if we if we were to do that, that's what that would look like. So then, well, if that's 60-70%, you got 40% of other of miscellaneous.
And plus, they just worry about the wrong thing. Like you worried about what if it don't happen. But that's how you know it's picky because people
Yeah.
get in relationships and they'll see that this person may have some flaws about them, and you'll still go with them.
Yep.
Now that's the unknown.
Yep.
Now, and I seen somebody do some risky stuff in a relationship and be like, bruh, you really going into the unknown like that. But it's like people say, I don't want to be by myself. Man, you ain't never by yourself. God walks with you. But guess what? Some things you have to do so that you can help others.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to go through it.
Yeah.
You have to go through the fire. You have to experience it because now you have something to come back. And maybe someone in here going to catch that and it's going to set fire to them.
Right.
But if you don't never do these ideas, like I tell people, people like, oh man, I hope I have faith. No faith. No, you don't have to. Listen,
Hope you have faith.
you
Faith
don't.
is the substance of
It's
things
a
hoped for.
substance. So I don't have to hope for water, right? If I get the idea to drink water, that's called faith, and I know where to find water. That's all it is. That's how I perceive faith. Because if it's a substance, well, I'm pulling from another realm,
Yeah.
and I'm not in the realm of fear. But I'm pulling from another realm and I'm bringing it in this realm called reality, called life. That is faith because I'm taking something I see that you don't see. So for you don't see it because it's the unknown, it got to be called something.
Yeah.
It got to be called faith because I don't have none of y'all to validate that.
Yeah.
I don't need y'all to validate that. But this is faith that is given to me called an idea. And that's why God said, I give you idea. I come to you. But that's why when God said, I came to you, and you looking for a voice, you looking for some validation. He said, I validated when I gave you the idea, when you was connected, when you finally touched my hand, you came in my area. Guess what? I gave you the idea. What's you? It was an idea to set up 30 daycares.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Well, Lord, you know, he don't want when he give you this thing called you ask, like God, I got faith. No, when you say I got faith, you must be saying I have an idea. He has revealed himself to me. But people, that's how I say people don't understand the value of faith. Because people say, well, I pray that, have the faith. I am living the vision. It's just that you don't know what faith is. You read it, but faith is a substance, hope for. A substance. Faith is a substance. Let's stop it there, bro.
You can't say I hope I have a substance for the things I hope for. Say that in a sentence, it sounds
Oh, I hope I got something to eat because my stomach growling. For your stomach to growl, it is letting you know it's food. I got faith that I'm gonna get a no. God gave you an idea. He gave you something in your scalp if you calm down. Because when you in fear, you can't. You ain't connected with no one. You ain't in the receiving mode.
You can't talk to you.
And if you getting down lows, you got to check that because you got to check how your rhythm is. But you must slow your body down. You must meditate. You must go into the state of relaxation and clear the mind, clear all fear, all resistance, and say, I'm totally open. What is it? And go into this space of, I call it, like how you listen to music and it gets you hyped.
Yeah.
Get that same turn with saying affirmations about yourself. And I promise, an idea gonna strike you. I do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. This is the idea. This is one of the ideas.
Yeah. This is the proof.
Now, did fear jump in? Yeah. Yeah, you know how I jump in. Well, boy, you know you DJ a little bit when you talk. They're like, man, that shit old, bro. That's the old Spence. Why you keep bringing up the old shit? You feel me? I'm not gonna let my thoughts stop me. It's no one else it's no one else thoughts that stop no one from doing it. It's you saying, man, I don't know if I can do it. First of all, you just gotta show up.
Yeah.
Let fear go, and letting go of that fear or you can use it to motivate you. Use it and be like, well, use it to propel you, and be like, I'm gonna just show up, guys. I don't know what to do. I'm here. It was put in my spirit to come here because I don't know. They may say, you know what, we was looking for someone. What do you do? Well, I do video. You know, we were just looking for someone to do like we don't know no one, our video guy. We're not. Oh, you follow that idea that told you to go to Dunkin' Donuts. See, people don't understand that God talk like that. So to tell people just go with what's in your mind, it may not make sense. It may not make sense to no one.
Yeah.
But it's literally, if it comes to you, just do it. That's your faith. That's finna turn into substance.
And see, that's why I be saying, listen, I don't need you to confirm if it's a good idea or not. But the person I am, I don't like going to the park alone.
Yeah. I like to have fun with people, you know?
Like I'm still going to go. I do go to the park alone. I have been to the park alone. I've been playing basketball, shot around by myself. But I enjoy doing it with other people.
Yeah.
So I'm still moving on that. There are no excuses that I'm creating about why I can't do it. There's nothing telling me or telling me or popping up in my head that says, nah, sir, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it regardless. So the first place I see fear, anytime a person say, well, how can you acknowledge somebody's in fear? Excuses.
Yeah.
That's a telltale sign. Excuses. Excuses let you know that person is afraid.
And that's okay.
It is. It's not an indictment on anybody. It's just saying, I understand.
Identify that.
I understand. Now that you identify, because if you say, well, I'm not afraid to take a stand. All right, cool. How many excuses that are you making after you make that statement?
Yeah.
Have you made any excuses about the next thing that God shoved into your head after you said that?
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to take a stand. Cool. Guys, I was waiting for you to declare that. Perfect. Okay. That the idea you've been thinking about, that person can help you. You just got to go ask them. Oh man. You sink back into your seat.
Yeah.
Because you start saying, I ain't good at talking to people. Oh, but I thought you wasn't afraid to take a stand.
Oh, but when he start having to use you, well, God, use somebody else. God said, I gave it to you.
I gave it to you.
God said, I give it to you now. I gotta take it because I gave it to you. Because God said, I ain't gonna not let this happen because you taking it so personal that you think it's just for you.
Yeah.
I told you to take these pizza boxes in. These pizzas not just for you. It's for everyone in there.
Right.
But give me the pizza. Stay right here. Thank you. Lock the door.
Your legs hurt. Your arms are tired.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Our ideas ain't new.
They not.
Ain't nothing new about the ideas.
All they got is our touch on it, our taste to it.
Yeah.
Like,
our seasoning.
When we first started eating chicken, we weren't the first motherfuckers to start eating chicken.
No.
We weren't the first people to start eating chicken how we eat chicken. But we had to identify how we like our chicken, how we like our vegetables, how we like our food. That's our seasoning. It ain't like we created a new food. Take this old halibut, 3-day-old halibut, chop it up, put it in some onions, some peppers, some vegetable broth, some mushrooms, add a little cilantro and lime juice, and now it's halibut stew.
But it's
fish stew. Now you done created a whole new meal. You done named it something different, but that don't mean it's something new. You just gave it another name. That's all you did.
It's so much stuff like that.
You just gave it another name. Said, oh yeah, those ain't dreads, those locks.
That's called the technical people get lost up on. Like, have it.
You can have it, bro, because you're so bent on creating something new. Just create.
Yeah.
Like Fred Hampton, right? Feeding 300 people, 300 families every morning. That idea shouldn't die with him.
Nah, it shouldn't have never died.
But because somebody wanted to do something different, instead of expounding upon that. That was a blueprint laid out.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali said, "I'm the greatest. I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee." Well, guess what? The boxers that wanted to achieve greatness, guess who that idol was? Muhammad Ali. Guess what they did? Finished off Muhammad Ali's legacy.
Yeah.
Guess what Layla Ali, Muhammad Ali's daughter, says? She appreciates the fighters that have expanded her father's legacy.
Yeah.
That's no knock on the fighters that have created their own lane.
Nah.
They have created massive amounts of success, but they looked and said, "Dang, Ali was onto something. Malcolm X was onto something. Martin Luther King was onto something."
They acknowledge value.
Okay, me continuing what they were doing is not diminishing who I am.
Yeah.
It's me acknowledging the value in what they were doing and saying, "Oh, my heart, my spirit, my guidance, my God aligns with what they were doing."
Like it's enough for everybody.
Right.
It's literally enough for everybody, but it don't look like that because the system that you're under and the environment you've been with has been savages, and they've been smiling. When I see these people, they smiling in photos. They have, we having Christmas holidays. They do everything that what they call the American dream, but these are savages. They will hang you out to dry.
Bro, you know how to quickly identify a glutton? Tell them it's enough resources out here for everybody and watch them say, "No, it's not."
Yeah.
Thank you. You're a glutton.
Yeah.
It's enough resources out here for every person that is created. It's enough resources to substantiate life for that person. Because they're created from what? The earth. Resources of the earth.
Which you come from? You are the resource.
You come from resources of the earth. So the earth won't be void of resources for you because you're an extension of it. It's enough resources out here for every single living thing on this earth because every single living thing is a resource of the earth. It comes from the earth. Fish die in the sea, like Lion King, the circle of life.
Yeah.
It's enough resources for every living thing on this earth. So find a glutton that says, "No, it's not." All right. You greedy.
Yeah.
You want more than you can actually consume.
But don't the news and stuff paint it like it's not enough resources.
Yeah.
It's not enough this, it's not enough that.
It's enough.
It's more, it's a big old sun in the sky. What you talking about?
It's enough. It's enough. You can get electricity from, bro, when Nikola Tesla identified that you can get electricity from a house of a family of three, it was a family of four.
Mm-hmm.
A family of four just walking around, going up and down the stairs. You can literally light up the house. So the
just you pacing
with me, you, the kids, Shanae, just us, Shariah, just us walking around the house could light up the house. If we actually figured out how to convert that energy into electricity, because it's enough energy that's being expended, just us walking to the steps, walking up the steps. How many times you walk up and down the steps today?
True.
So it's enough resources. Well, all right. Why won't we do that? Because there are gluttons out there.
Yeah.
There's gluttons out there. Let's just call it what it is. That's why God said, "Oh, no, that's a deadly sin." Because it's enough for everybody.
It is. You don't have to be like that.
It's enough for everybody. If you are saying that it's not, that's intentional because you want more than your fair share.
Well, back to the bell pepper. Because if you go there, if you give each person a bell pepper, give all the people in the world a bell pepper, they would never need to go to the grocery store again.
That's a fact.
For bell pepper.
That's a fact.
Because, like you said, it's giving.
That's a fact.
It's giving like it's so more than enough that you can plant this in your yard that you have and keep on doing it for generations.
Yes. As of 2023, nearly 60 million tons. No, hold on. Let me make sure I correct this word. Let me say this correctly. So, while the world wastes about 2.5 billion tons of food every year.
You know it's seasoned now.
That's wasted. Wasted food. 2.5 billion tons of food is wasted.
You talking about still homeless people in the world?
The
Still people.
United States discards more food than any other country in the entire world. Nearly 60 million tons to 120 million. Nearly 60 million tons every year.
That's wild.
60 million tons of food wasted every year is coming from the United States alone. So to further solidify our point, that's the only reason why that was put out, to bring that point home. There's enough resources out for every single thing that lives and breathes on this planet. Whether you say the planet is flat, whether you say it's round as a sphere, whatever your acceptance of how the world looks is, whatever that is, great. But there's enough resources.
Yes, it is.
For every living thing that breathes on this planet. Everything that lives on this planet, there's enough resources for it. So then what is the cause of hunger? Fear. What is the cause of malnutrition? Fear. What is the cause of third world countries? Fear. What is the cause of it? Because there's a glutton. There's gluttony in that. And the glutton is saying that I want more than my fair share. Why do you want more than your fair share? Because you fear you're going to run out.
Yeah. You count your acorns.
Fear, we have fear still causing us not to utilize all of our resources, not to accept the fact that there's a bell pepper and each bell pepper has 50 to 100 seeds in it. So, okay, for 50 seeds, every seed can produce a bell pepper plant that produces 30 to 60 bell peppers per harvest.
So in that one bell pepper is how many bell peppers?
Just in that one. You got a whole lineage. You got a whole lineage of bell peppers wrapped inside of one. So that's us. Mm-hmm. Look at ourselves as a bell pepper. Like you said, look at yourself as a bell pepper. Look at the lineage. Cut yourself open. Pop the top.
Pop that bit.
Pull the core out. So now I'm talking about a bell pepper. Pop the top.
Yeah.
Pull the core out and look at all the seeds wrapped around that core.
And if you, that's joy.
That's life.
That's riches. But people won't see that as riches.
That's just one. So when people say, well, you always get excited off one person joining your live stream on Twitch, I sure do. Because me and that one person, we're going to ride the fuck out.
Because I acknowledge the value of one.
Just one. All I need is one. What Nas said?
All I need is one mic.
Bro, you help. You know, I at the episode 4, I said I'm going to start being like a Baptist preacher out here.
You stupid.
Including that we got 3 points. The first point that we was talking about is fear. The next one we started talking about is faith. That last one is flaws.
All the else.
Flaws. Because it's our flaws that we fear. We don't want those flaws to be exploited.
Yeah. Those wounds.
We don't want our flaws exploited. We don't want our flaws exposed.
It may be such a burden on me that if I'm not focused, I could go rogue and say, look what you've done to me. Mm-hmm. God, you gave me this woman. You feel me? Like you gave me, that's what Adam did. Adam said, hey, and I said, what's up with you? I'm naked. Well, okay, first of all, that's a loaded, boy, you just popped the top.
You what?
Well, what you mean you naked? Who told you? Who told you? And he was like, and this is woman that you gave me. So for men,
so now it's my fault.
So for men, I learned I gotta be careful because guess what? I would try to throw the blame on the woman. I said it. What you gonna do about it, guys? So sometimes I can throw the blame on my significant other.
Yep.
Because I got caught naked.
Yep. Got caught with your pants down.
I got caught in something, and I could be getting caught. It could be business. It could be communication.
Yep.
It could be family, but you got caught, and now my excuse is, well, shoot, I don't need you. Shoot, it's your fault. See, I was doing good until
It's been another amazing episode of Seed Talk. Listen, the next one we will be going live. We are working out some kinks right now to make sure that everything operates correctly. So we will be going live, and we will be accepting questions. I do want everybody to click the link in the bio and check out our Patreon. We will be doing personalized videos and more in-depth discussions on our Patreon. So definitely click the link in the bio. Also click the link in the bio to go grab your copy of Unleashing Creativity by me. Yes, it is a transformative book. It's a book that not only applies to music, even though I wrote it from a musical standpoint, it doesn't just apply to music. Unleashing Creativity helps this conversation every time we have this conversation, because there are parts in the book that can be pulled out and applied to every day-to-day life, everybody's day-to-day life. It can be applied to you taking a shower. If it can be applied to you going through a process of thinking about the next thing that you want to say in a text message. It can be applied to everyday life, because when you unleash creativity, you don't just unleash it in the kitchen when you cook it.
Yeah.
You unleash it in the bathroom when you're trying to figure out how to get that food from from your stomach that's tearing your stomach up. You're like, well, I need to figure this out. You don't just unleash creativity in one area. You are a God. God didn't just create dirt.
Yeah.
God didn't just create water. God didn't just create trees.
Well, get that book, Unleash Creativity.
Unleashing Creativity.
Unleashing Creativity.
Click that notification bell, subscribe to make sure you get notified anytime we go live, anytime we post new content. I will.
This your boy Maintain.